to my watchers, to those who watch the watchers and my sneaking peeks, welcome to Motorcycle Stories by Dark Dave. Luckily, I'm coming to the end of having to wear this all the time because this is a total shoulder replacement. I know a lot of people have had shoulder work done. Now this is something I did because I was learning the things that I thought would be cool, that would be nice, that I could put out on the shop, and I might. Now, as you notice, I have a flask. I do like a drink from time to time, and I have a shot cup carrier. They both have Motorcycle Stories by Dark Dave on them. The flask doesn't have anything on the back, but the other one has a neat little island thing. And the reason I put the island thing on there is the fact that I spend so much time abroad that I've lived on a lot of islands. And of course, these fit perfectly in there, and there's 4 of these in here. So I can have my shot glasses, and these are aluminum. So these are going to be fine. This is the perfect size for a shot. And there's more than enough, if the flask is full, to fill this up. My preferred drink is scotch. I am not a beer drinker, but I do like scotch. I don't drink a huge amount of it for the simple fact that I want to be able to drive the next day. Now, to finish up some of the other stuff that I've been talking about, I talked a little bit about my batteries. I have 3 of them. One is a solar battery. I got that one for free from the USO. I can't remember the name of it, and I don't have it with me today, so I'm not going to talk about it. But this diehard. This diehard has cracked me up. I bought it really cheap, and I bought it as a camera backup battery. Not a camera, sorry, a phone backup. But it works great for battery for the cameras. And I was like, oh, this is never... I drove from here to Ocean City, which is approximately an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. And it never gave out. And I knew the battery on the camera was pretty close to dead when I left. And it charged it all the way back up. And we had a great filming. If only at that time the mic was working better, because that terrible mic work on it. So I ended up not using that video. Now, it's like the mic I'm using now, which is my wireless. I really enjoy it for this type of shoot. But one of the things, how do we carry all this gear with us? I mean, I've got a lot of stuff. Some of it, like these larger pieces, I stick these, if you have a saddlebag, just set it in your saddlebag. It'll ease, because this will bend. I'm not going to, because my arm, it's not really wise. But this has got a spring in it. And it's a very rigid spring, so it'll fold pretty much in half, because it was a total U when I got it. But it works great. I've really enjoyed it. My other piece, boom, those go in there. Most of my others, they're small, but I can fit almost everything in this little bag. This is a military shower kit bag. So it opens up. I can put all my laundry stuff, but I put all my gear in here. I've got my mics and a lot of the grips in that. If you don't have something like that, you can always get something like this. And this one here, I do have some gear in it. One of the pieces I have not talked about yet. If you're out on the road and you need to get like a close-up of your face and you need to look and it's kind of dark or you're in shadow in that, I've got a light. This thing charges up really quickly. It is, of course, like everything else, USB-C charging. So battery can charge it too. One click, it's going to give a light. 2 clicks, it's off. And it does have a strobe setting, but I never use it, and I can't remember how to do it. But I also have this one, and this one is specifically made for my big mic, but I can take this piece out and I can put all kinds of stuff in it. These are just the moisture sills to keep all the moisture out. And this is just a zip bag. It has a small pocket in it. It's got a little flange on it. Most people use it for earphones, but I found it is the perfect fit for my wireless mics. So I put one on the other side. I can put the little dongle that goes on the back of the camera in it, and this can fit in a pocket. It can also fit in the bags. All my cameras, I try to get these little mesh cloths for. This is microfiber. And the reason why, it keeps things from getting scratched. This one is for the camera I'm using now, which is the 11. This is the one that actually came with for my GoPro Max. And of course I have things like this, which is great. This is just another clamp. And these are soft clamps. As I said, I sometimes have things off the side of my helmet. This hooks on the side of my helmet and it sits approximately like that. So my camera's sitting there facing forward. I could do a reverse camera too. For my full face helmet, I can use this one, and it is my chin mount. I can use this one. Now, one reason I went to the metal ones, the aluminum, I had a number of these that were plastic. I ride year round, and I found the plastic, when you get close to freezing, gets really, really hard to manipulate, and you gotta get them tight. And sometimes you're not paying attention, you get it so tight it's going to burst. Metal, you can only get it so tight and your hand's not going to go any farther. But this is all aluminum and it works great. I love this thing. I can do it on the side, I can do it on the front, I can have it sitting like this so it's in front of my face, and because it sits about here, I can just glance down, I can see the camera's on in that, no problem. Reason why I have a remote, but it's a single camera remote, so I can only work one camera at it. I need to get another remote so I can do multiple cameras. It's not a big deal. I talked about the one that's on the camera now, which is the GoPro battery tripod or monopod. Reason why, it can stand singly, it can do the bipod. I like it. And this one is my extending one. And I can't remember if I showed this to you before. This is also from Ram Mount. And this is just a ball mount. So on a ball, this one is set up so I can hook it onto a camera or something, or onto the bottom of mine. I can hook the ball mount on it, and I have one of my cameras that's also on one, so it hooks on there. This one usually goes on the top of this, so I can hook the camera on it. These are nice because they fit and they're small. One other thing you need, and this is something a lot of people don't look into. Everybody goes, oh, it doesn't matter. Get any of these. Now, I always buy. It doesn't matter what brand it is, but what you're looking for in your micro SD card is the size and the speed of the upload and download. Download not so much because that's whatever you're going to put onto your computer. Download as long as you want. But how fast is the video going to be captured? This is 100 megabytes per second. I've seen 300 megabytes per second, but that also increases the cost by about 5-fold. But the faster you get it, the better, because this is for video or still camera. Still camera is excellent, but if you're trying to move and capture something that's moving, you need it higher, much, much higher. For video, this is plenty. It's 512 gigabytes. This is going to last you, and I always carry at least an extra one with me. That's why I always have a bag. If I don't bring my bag, I'm not being very lucky. And sometimes I'll take a trip and go, all right, I'm leaving everything at the hotel. I'm going to run out, do this video, and come back. That's when I need the thing. Now, again, these have got Motorcycle Stories by Dark Dave. I don't know if you guys noticed lately or not, but I have 3-wheel life, and the 3 and the W are together. That's because I ride a motorcycle. My motorcycle happens to be a trike. I've had so many injuries that I'm just more comfortable on a trike. Yes, I still ride a 2-wheeler, not on a regular basis because I do not own one anymore. Does that mean I'll never own one again? I have no idea. I might. I want you guys to have a great day. Hopefully you've been enjoying these. Hopefully you like the one that I was going through physical therapy with Megan. She is a great person. She's helped me out, and she's made it so that I'm going to be able to go to work and I'll be able to get on the bike hopefully quicker than not. If you guys have any questions about any of the gear I've shown you, or you want me to go into greater detail with it, please let me know. Ask your questions. I try to answer all the questions that are asked.